then to make the line, let's have a point right here at the origin, 0, 0. And at 2, 3. And then you can just go ahead and connect those. We have a line. We're going to be writing the equation for this line. Notice also this one starts right at the origin, or it goes through that point 0, 0. Do you guys remember what we call a graph that goes through the origin? Proportional, yeah? So this first example is one that is proportional. Which means it goes through the origin. It goes through 0, 0. Okay. And the equation for a line that's proportional is always in that format, y equals mx. Does that sound familiar at all? We did a little bit of that in the last section when you were writing out some proportional relationships too. Do you guys remember, what does that m stand for in the equation? M is the slope, yeah? So once we know the slope of the line, we're just going to use that same number and put it in our equation. All right, so we're going to get a little more practice with slope here. So if you start on the point that's most to the left, and we'll draw our slope triangle. Do you guys want to go to the right and up, or go up first? Go to the right and up. Okay. You can do it the other way on your notes if you want. We should all get the same answer at the end. So there's our slope triangle. I went to the right. How many spaces did I move to the right? 2. So that is our horizontal change, our change in y. What else did we call that yesterday? What was another name for it? The Well, maybe I can back up the video and see if I can catch it, Frank. Maybe the microphone picked it up, and I can back up the video and see what it was. So I'll rewind it and check it out, okay? So our horizontal change is also called the run, right? And then I went right and then up. How many spaces did we have to go up? 3. That's our vertical change. What else did we call that? The rise, yeah? So for this graph, when we write our slope, we're going to do rise over run. So what would our fraction be? 3 over 2, yeah? And we can leave it improper. You don't have to change it to a mixed number. We're just going to now use that to put it into an equation. So we're going to follow that same format. We're just replacing the m with our slope now. So it's going to be y equals 3 over 2 x. So it's just that one more step, taking your slope, putting it in the equation. All right. You guys okay on that one? All right, let's try one more here. Make one more large x and y axis on your paper. And this time we're going to put a point down at -1, -1. And then at 0, 2. And then try your best to make a straight line going through those 2 points. Now this one, does this one go through the origin? No. So this is not proportional. We would say that that would be a non-proportional graph. Okay, the equation for a non-proportional graph is really close. It starts off the same way with our y equals mx, so it has the slope in it again. But then it's going to have one more number added on the end, plus b here. So y equals mx plus b. So we know that m, again, is our slope. And then what in the world does this b value mean? This is where the line is going to cross our y-axis. We call it the y-intercept. Think about if you intercept something, what happens? Or what does the word intercept make you think of? If it's going to cross, okay? What were you thinking, Drake?
I was thinking like you left seemed like the ball, almost like the receiver, the safety intercepted the ball or something like that.
Okay, so, or like an interception too, yep. So it kind of crosses, it goes over to the other team, right? So same idea. We're looking at where our line crosses over our y-axis. So the y-intercept is going to be where the line crosses the y-axis. You can also have an x-intercept. But in this case, for this equation, we just want the y-intercept. Right, who could come up and just point on the screen where on that graph is our y-intercept? Where is that line crossing the y-axis? Someone want to come point it out for us? Nobody? Can anyone describe it? Where would you say? Drake? Okay, very good. Yeah, that point that's up here at 0, 2. That's exactly it. This is our y-intercept. All right, and you said it's at what point?
02.
Yep, 0, 2. And since it's just exactly 2 right above from the origin, or right from that 0, we say the y-intercept would be 2, is right at 2. So you're looking at how far up do you have to go when it crosses, or it could also cross down here in the negatives as well. How far down the y-axis does it cross? All right, so we have part of it. We know for the b value, what number are we going to put in place of that? The 2, yeah? Now we just need to find our slope again. So go to that point that's on the left. We can go to the right and then up. Doing your rise and run here. How many spaces do we have to move to the right? Just 1, right? 1 to the right. And then we have to move up 1, 2, and 3. So if we write out our slope, we can say the slope is rise over run. 3 over 1. Can we write that another way? Just 3. Yep. So we're going to take those two things, our slope and our y-intercept, put them together in our equation now. So if I kind of follow that same format, it's going to be y equals our slope, 3x, and then plus 2. What's going on out there? Alright, I think I'm going to give you guys a worksheet. We're just going to do some from the worksheet to get you guys started. Does that sound good? Because there are quite a few graphs you're going to be doing today. We just got to get started on it. I know. Remember I told you there's like 100 trees that it will end up the coldest room too? That's why I have one here. If I didn't have that here, right, this should make it right here. We stuff didn't work. So there are two sides. Yes, you are doing both sides. But we're going to do, we're going to get a good start. We're going to do several together. One side with the with the car. All of them are proportional. They all go through the origin. And then the other side are all what we just did, non-proportional. So you have to find the y-intercept on all of one side. So let's start on the car side first. We'll start with the easier ones.